Ho, ho, ho.
Oh, what a day it is. Welcome to the bonus Christmas episode of Album Armageddon. I'm your host, Si Stevens, and joining me as always...
episode.
The bonus episode.
The bonus episode. We don't do this thing normally. I am your host, Si Stevens, and joining me as always are my amazing co-hosts. Oh, he wishes it could be Christmas every day. It's Rob Macaulay.
Jingle bells!
She's dancing merrily in a new old-fashioned way. It's Cath Macaulay.
Ding dong.
And last Christmas, he gave you his heart. It's Stu Whitehouse.
Ho, ho, ho. Hello, everybody.
How are we all doing this close to Christmas?
Oh, cold.
Oh, it's so cold.
It's freezing.
This is why you've got a hat on, Stu.
Yeah. This is, for anybody who's just listening to the audio only, that makes no sense. But we got some
great
lovely,
radio.
We're in our lovely Christmas attire at the moment.
Yeah.
So, as this is a bonus episode of Album Armageddon, things are a little bit different. The one thing that does is the same is you can still find us on the platform formerly known as Twitter and all over the Facebooks.
X.
And that's where all the good stuff happens when we're not recording. The things that are different, however, as it's a time of peace and goodwill to all mankind, there's no track battles and there's certainly no napalm cards of death. Instead, what we're going to do is choose 5 categories at random, and each of the hosts will pick a single song that they feel fits that category the best and explain their reasons why. At the end, there'll be 20 songs, 4 songs multiplied by 5 categories, and we will be placing all 20 songs into a bumper Album Armageddon Christmas Super playlist. We do need a catchier title than that, though. However, before we start all that, what Christmas-related show is complete without a quiz? So I'm going to hand over to the Queen of Query and the head elf of examination, our resident quiz mistress, Cath.
Hey!
Queen of Query here.
Yes. Cath sure does love a quiz.
Right then, so we've got a Christmas quiz, and there are 10 questions. And I'm going to give you 4 possible answers. Only one of them is correct. You each get to pick an answer. And if nobody gets it right, I get a point. So, yeah, you need to try and beat me. So, they're all Christmas-related songs about artists that we've already talked about in the podcasts.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, that could be tricky.
So,
okay.
Without further ado, I will read out question 1.
All right.
And we begin with Iron Maiden. So, which Iron Maiden song is about a Christmas nightmare? Is it A, Hallowed Be Thy Name, B, The Number of the Beast, C, Run to the Hills, or D, Fear of the Dark? So I'll just give you
about a Christmas
moments
nightmare.
to think about that. Yeah, because I know you're all massive Maiden fans, so this one's probably quite an easy one to start with.
Piss easy.
I'm glad you think so, Stu.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh dear God,
Come
I'm in
on.
trouble. Can we have the choices again, please, Quizmaster?
Of course you can. Right.
Don't need him. I've done it.
A, Hallowed Be Thy Name. B, The Number of the Beast. C, Run to the Hills. Or D, Fear of the Dark.
And this is a Christmas nightmare.
Yes, it's a song about a Christmas nightmare.
Can I phone a friend?
You may not.
Or I'm going home.
I know one of those friends
No
is
money.
Right, so Stu, if I could have your answer.
It's D, obviously. Fear of the Dark, of course.
Okay. Si?
Well, I'm going by process of elimination. Hallowed is about a man going to be hung. Run to the Hills is about an epic battle in history. And Number of the Beast is obviously about of Satan. So I'm going to go with Fear of the Dark as well.
Okay, Rob?
Excellent. Well, I have written down Fear of the Dark, but thank you, Si and Stu, for basically giving me the answer here. So I will go also with D, Fear of the Dark.
Right, excellent. So everybody gets 1 point.
Well,
Yay.
mine was complete bullshit, and I had no idea what I was picking. So, Rob, if you believe me, then
No,
I did again.
I put Fear of the Dark down for the process of elimination. Anyway.
Right, okay, second question.
All right.
Public Enemy this time.
Oh, no.
So Public Enemy released a classic protest song, but they also released a Christmas version of it. What is the title of the Christmas version? So the song is Fight the Power. So is it A, Fight the Power Christmas Edition, B, Fight the Power Holiday Remix, C, Fight the Power Feliz Navidad, if that's how you pronounce it, or D, Fight the Power Happy Holidays?
I have no
Wow.
idea. Wow.
Okay.
They were my choice.
So we'll go backwards this time. Rob, what's your answer?
All right, I'm going for Fight the Power Feliz Navidad.
Okay, Si?
I am going to go, and I'm probably way off base here. I'm going to go for Feliz Navidad as well because of your inability to pronounce it.
Feliz Navidad?
Correct.
And Stu?
B.
Okay.
I can't even remember what you said.
What was B?
It's
Holiday Remix.
yeah, that's the one.
Okay, so Stu, you don't get any points
Uh-huh.
for that one. Si and Rob, so you both picked Feliz Navidad. You
Yeah.
both get a point.
Yes.
Yay.
Excellent.
Okay.
All right.
Right, question 3, about Amy Winehouse now.
Uh-oh.
So Amy Winehouse released a cover of a classic Christmas song in 2008. Which song is it? Is it A, White Christmas, B, Jingle Bells, C, Silent Night, or D, All I Want for Christmas Is You?
Okay.
What was A again?
White Christmas.
Right.
Ooh. It's difficult with a quiz because you get the dead air in while everyone's sort of thinking away.
Thinking.
But luckily I'm here to waffle through the silence.
Yay!
Right then, are we
All
all
right.
ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, Si, what have you picked?
I am going to go with White Christmas.
Okay, Rob?
I'm going for All I Want for Christmas.
You?
Well, you know.
Stu, what do you reckon?
And I did go for White Christmas as well.
Okay, so Rob, I can tell you that you are incorrect.
Oh,
And Stu and Si, you both get a point.
wow. Right.
Simon's in the lead.
So that's now.
He is 3 for 3.
Well,
Oh, this won't last.
Stu's on 3 points.
No.
Si is on 4 points.
Oh.
And Rob is on 3 points.
How can he be on 4
Huh?
points when we've had 3
You've only
questions?
got 3 questions.
I don't know. He's on 3
Oh,
points.
okay.
Well,
That's
I've
all right.
also been
I'm
counting the
not paying
scores.
attention.
That's all right. I'll do the scores. So I've got Si on 3 from 3.
Yes.
I've got Stu and I both on 2, and Cath so far minus
I've not even
27.
been doing my points.
That's
All right.
So,
Question
yeah.
4.
okay, I'll rely on you for the points, Rob, because
Yeah,
I'm just
no worries.
confusing myself.
All
Right,
good.
question 4 is about everyone's favourite band, Green Day. Everyone's
Hey!
favourite punks. Right, so Green Day released a Christmas album in 1997. What is the title of the album? Is it A, Green Day's Christmas album? Is it B, Holidays with Green Day? C, A Very Green Day Christmas? Or D, Green Day's Very Merry Christmas?
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
I feel we're playing into Si's home territory
This
here.
is
He's
not
going to go
how Si's-
4
I
for
think
4.
Si's going to be answering last.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's not got a clue.
Okay, I'm going to start with you, Stu. What do you reckon?
Well, I can't remember what C was, but I think when you said it, I went, "Oh, I'm going to pick that one."
A
to C.
Very Green Day Christmas.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that sounds like
Okay.
marketing gold.
Okay.
If I've
Rob?
ever heard of it.
I'm going to go with Holidays with Green Day.
Okay, so that's B. Si.
I am going to go with.
Stop looking it up on the internet.
Yeah. Oh.
We're going to have to hurry you.
A Very Green Day holiday Christmas thing. What was that option?
Well, all of them.
A Very Green Day Christmas.
Yeah,
C.
that one I do.
Okay,
I
so
haven't got a
same as
clue.
Stu then, yeah?
Yeah, that'll work for me.
Okay, so Rob, you picked B, which was Holidays with Green Day. I can tell you that
Yeah.
you are wrong.
Oh,
Yeah.
Stu and Si, you picked C, which was A Very Green Day Christmas. And I can tell you, you're also wrong.
hey,
So
Cat's on
I
the
get a
scoreboard.
point. The
Yep.
answer was Green Day's Christmas album.
Good grief.
Because
How imaginatively titled.
exactly, yeah.
We should
I
have
bet it sold a few million though. So who are we to?
Exactly.
Mm. Right then, question 5 is about rock and roll raunchy grandma Tina Turner.
Yes.
So
I thought you said guacamole for a minute.
if you like.
You have to sing it. You've got to sing this question in a Tina voice.
I've not even had I've had one sip of wine, so that's not going to happen. Right, so Tina Turner released a cover of a classic Christmas song in 1999. Which song is it? Is it A, Nutbush City Limits, B, We Don't Need Another Hero? I've got it right that time as well. C, Proud Mary, or D, What's Love Got to Do with It?
She did a Christmas version of one of her own hits.
A cover of a classic Christmas song.
What was C again?
Proud Mary.
Proud Mary. I don't. Okay. I'm not going to give too much away here in my thinking.
Okay.
I know you got to think out loud to kill that dead air, but you can't think out loud.
Yeah.
Right.
So it was Nutbush City Limits, Proud Mary. What's Love Got to Do with
City
It?
Limits. We Don't Need Another Hero. Proud Mary and What's Love Got to Do with It?
What love got to do with it?
What love got to do with it? Eh?
Nobody got no time for that.
Si, what do you reckon?
Oh, I'm gonna go with Nutbush City Limits.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Stu?
I'm gonna go C.
Okay, Rob.
I don't think she would have done Proud Mary or Nutbush as a cover of a Christmas song. I don't think she would have done. I just think the most suitable would have been What Love Got to Do with It.
What love got to do with it?
What love got to do with it?
So you've all got different answers this time. Interesting.
Yes.
Okay, so Stu, you went with Proud Mary.
I got it right, of course. No, you're wrong.
Rob, you went with what love got to do with it. You were also wrong. And Si went with Nutbush City Limits, and he is correct.
Oh, really?
Fix.
Stu, we got to do some work
guess.
here.
Pure guess.
He's running away with it.
Oh,
Yeah.
What the scores like? At the moment?
Scores on the doors. Cath is in last place with 1 point.
Yay!
Myself and Stu are pulling up in second, joint equal with 2 points. But Si running away with Rudolph's nose with 4 points.
Well done, Si.
Yes.
This won't last. It won't last.
Right, question 6. Which of the following artists has not released a Christmas song? A, Iron Maiden, B, Public Enemy, C, Amy Winehouse, D, The Beatles.
Ooh. Has not released a Christmas song.
I don't believe we've covered the Beatles, and you said at the start of this quiz we'll be dealing with artists.
Excuse me, heckling the quizmaster.
sorry. All back.
Has Iron Maiden released a Christmas record? I just got a funny feeling Bring Your Daughter to the Slaughter was one.
That'd be funny. That would be a funny record.
When you say Christmas, is it a record released at Christmas, or is it like a Jingle Bell type Christmas?
I'm not going to give you any clues other than reread the question, which is which of the following artists has not released a Christmas song?
So yeah, that would be a song at Christmas, basically. Yeah. Okay.
Si.
As stupid as it sounds, I'm going to go with the Beatles.
Okay. Stu?
It's not because he's the winner, and I'm going to agree with everything he says, but I also say the Beatles.
Okay,
too.
Yeah, I think the Beatles is a curveball, so I'm going for the Beatles as well.
Okay, well, Stu spotted the red herring there. You all get a point. It's the Beatles.
Yes, very good. Excellent.
Right, okay.
All right.
Question 7.
Mm-hmm.
It's about Iron Maiden again.
Oh, yeah.
And why not? Which of the following Iron Maiden songs features a bell chime in the intro? A, Run to the Hills. B, Hallowed Be Thy Name. C, The Number of the Beast. Or D, Fear of the Dark.
All of them
easy.
All of them sound like they've got it. Can you go first then, Robbie?
No, I'm going to go last if there's uncertainty.
You know what they say about pride?
Yeah.
I think I know it as well. So Maybe.
Stu's still trying to decide.
Yeah,
That's
I
definitely
don't
a
know any
thinking
of them
phase.
really. So let's go for Run to the Hills. Let's go for that.
Okay. So Stu, you're going with Run to the Hills. Si, what are you going with?
I'm gonna go with Had I Been a Name because I'm sure I remember a bell tolling at the beginning of that one.
It's a bell chime in the intro. Rob, what do you reckon?
Bong do 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 bong do do. I'm waiting.
So Number of the Beast then.
In my cold cell. Hallowed be thy name. Yes.
Right. Stu, guess what?
Robbie's wrong.
You're wrong. It's not
I'm
Run to the Hills. So Si and Rob both went with Hallowed Be Thy Name, and you're both wrong.
What?
It's Fear of the Dark.
Get out of here.
It's when she said it's a chime, not a toll after I said that.
Hold on a second. What is the difference between a chime and a toll?
Ding! Bong.
I couldn't tell you, but the answer is Fear of the Dark.
Well, listeners at home, if there's anything we've learned tonight, we've learned the difference between a chime and a bong.
Every day's a school day.
It is.
Yeah. So, Kath, you got a point for that.
Well wonderful! I've doubled my points.
Yeah. You're catching. So at the 3 questions to go, we got Si in front on 5. Stu and Robbie still neck and neck with 3. And Kath launching herself forwards with 2.
Oh, it's all to play for.
Oh yeah.
Stop me.
Yeah.
Right then. So question 8. Which of the following Public Enemy Christmas songs features the line, "Yay, Saint Nick, drop me off a gift"?
I wonder who that was that said that line. Saint Nick.
Hey boy.
Hey boy.
Oh my god. I never wanted to hear that again.
Boy.
Okay, so is it A, Fight the Power Feliz Navidad? B, Fight the Power Holiday Remix? C, Don't Believe the Hype? Or D, 911 is a joke?
Okay. I've got my choice.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, what's your choice, Rob?
I'm going for, because I think it will probably be the most relevant that they could have changed to Christmas, would be Don't Believe the Hype.
Okay. I'm going to go with Si next.
I'm probably wrong here because we've already had it as an answer, but I'm going to go with Feliz Navidad again.
Okay, and Stu?
I'm going with that one too.
Okay, well, I can tell you, Rob, you get no points for that one.
Oh!
Nil point. And Stu and Si, Fight the Power Feliz Navidad. You both get a point.
Yeah.
I can't win now. I can't win.
No. Okay. Question 9.
All right.
Which of the following Amy Winehouse Christmas covers features the line, "I'm dreaming of a white Christmas"? Is it A, White Christmas? B, Jingle Bells? C, Silent Night? Or D, All I Want for Christmas Is You? Take your time on this one.
Yeah. I'm just worried about there being a curveball.
This is what I was thinking. It's definitely it's too obvious. It's too obvious.
Like, did she sort of do a fade out and then mention a load of other Christmas songs in the one that she did?
When you're all ready.
Yep.
Okay. Right. So, Stu, what do you think?
White Christmas.
White Christmas. Okay, Rob?
I'm going to go for the obvious one.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go with White Christmas, basically.
Yeah, and Si?
She looks.
Is he going to go off road?
Yeah, I'm going to go off road. She looks too happy that we're all picking White Christmas here. I'm going to go with. What's the one that's not Jingle Bells?
Silent Night or All I Want for Christmas Is You?
I'm going to go for Silent Night.
I bet it's All I Want for Christmas Is You now. I've handed my answer in.
Okay, so Stu and Rob, you both went with White Christmas.
Yeah.
Of course it bloody is, you moron. No points aside.
Damn it.
Right, well, we've reached a very interesting point in the quiz with the last question coming up. Cath is at the rear with 2 points, but you know, you would
That's
expect that for the
okay,
quizmaster.
yeah.
I have managed a paltry 4, but we've got an interesting situation at the front here with Stu on 5 points and Si on 6 points.
Oh.
When you say poultry, are you thinking of Christmas turkey?
Oh, of course, yes. Oh, yes.
Oh, the puns have started.
Right then, so the final question
to
decide the winner of this year's music quiz.
Yeah.
Which of the following Green Day Christmas songs features the line, "It's the most wonderful time of the year"? Is it A, Christmas time, B, Good Riddance brackets Time of Your Life, C, Boulevard of Broken Dreams, or D, Wake Me Up When September Ends? So, I'm going to be asking you last.
Okay.
Rob, when you're ready, we'll have your answer.
Could you just run through them again?
Yep. So the line is, "It's the most wonderful time of the year," and the songs are A, Christmas Time, B, Good Riddance brackets Time of Your Life,
Right.
C, Boulevard of Broken Dreams, or D, Wake Me Up When September Ends.
I'll go for Christmas Time.
Okay, so that's A from Rob. Stu?
I'm the same. Yeah.
A from Stu. Si?
And I'm going to go for the same for some boring finish finales here.
Right. Okay, so the answer is A. Everybody gets a point except me.
No, he did that tactically, because if he didn't vote the
definitely.
same one as me, he would have drawn. That was it. That's all that was.
Perfect.
He didn't care whether he was right or wrong.
Tactics. well done, Si. You are the Christmas quiz champion.
And a damn
You are
good
indeed.
quiz there, Cath. Damn good quiz.
Very good.
And I'm
Excellent.
sure all our listeners played along as well.
All right. So, for the second half of our Christmas special podcast, we've decided to do something a little bit different. We've got 5 categories here. We've each been asked to pick a song, and the 5 categories are. Well, no, shall I just say the first one that we can read
just
them
say
out?
the first one. Let's put
Okay.
them in suspense a little bit.
All right. So the first one is BBQ Sunset is the topic, and it's the best song to listen to with a beer after a barbecue watching a sunset.
During a barbecue?
Or well, it says after a barbecue.
Oh,
no,
okay.
it has to be after a barbecue.
Right.
So let's go with our quiz master. What would be your barbecue sunset track?
Yeah, so there were a couple that I had in mind, but I've given all of these things a lot of thought, and I've changed my mind multiple times. But I've sort of landed on one that I think is quite excellent. So after a full stomach of food, you just want to sort of relax a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And what better track to relax to than Lagrange by ZZ Top?
Ah, Lagrange, yes.
Or that.
Yes.
How. Yes.
Yeah, good choice.
That is an amazing choice.
Yeah, that is a good choice.
Yeah, everyone's
what's so
favourite
special about
grandpas.
it? What's so special about it then? What makes it?
So I think ZZ Top are brilliant. So it's quite nice to listen to something a bit bluesy.
Okay.
But also quite fun. It has very fond memories of my childhood as well. Specifically, my dad larking around dancing to ZZ Top in his own unique kind of way.
Yeah.
But yes, it's a very cheerful song. It's quite relaxing, and it's got everything you want after a barbecue meal when you've got beer in your hand.
Can't disagree. It's that sort of track that makes you go, okay, it's going to be a good night. It opens the batting quite well.
Yeah,
cool.
Because you don't want to start too frantic after you've had a meal. You want to sort of ease yourself into the party.
Fair enough. Good choice, Cath. Let's go over to Si. What was your choice, Si?
Well, I was looking for a bit of a dopamine hit for this category. And I was leaning towards Butterflies by Casey Musgrave initially.
Right.
But then I came across this song on a random playlist I'd made years ago, ironically for a barbecue. And that is Mr. Wendell by Arrested Development.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I've known that for years.
I know, and it just popped into the playlist today, and I was like, oh, no, that just obliterates everything. Just the laid-back hip-hop groove.
Yeah.
Just makes it perfect for just watching that sunset.
Yeah.
The lyrics have just got that elegant storytelling on it. and there's not really a lot to dislike about it, unless you're a fan of De La Soul's I Know.
Right.
But
I am, and both tracks are good. So
yeah, both
you
tracks
know.
are amazing.
Well, this is going to make for a nice playlist at the end. Yeah, cool beans. Cool. All right, let's go over to Stu. What's your barbecue sunset track?
For our remit of all this, I thought, okay, because all the other stuff we're doing business and research. I've got loads of facts and figures, and you lot have come out with none. So I'm going to get rid of all these now. All these facts and figures I've got about these songs. Anyway, so I've picked Orbital, Belfast. Now that is
okay.
a sublime track. It's got everything, and it's so relaxing. When you can see the sunset, you've got a beer in your hand, and it just starts off nice and melodic, and then it's an 8-minute song, you know, so it's quite long. It's not that long for a techno song, but it's quite long. But then every instrument has its space and you can hear everything, and you got the wonderful wet TB-303 sounds at the end, and it really slows down, and it's a wonderful song. Absolutely wonderful.
Okay.
Orbital, fantastic.
Very good. Good call. Yeah.
What's yours, Rob?
So I've gone also. Well, I've sort of midway between Cy and Stew, so I've gone a little bit trip hoppy. I've gone for a song called Parchment Planet by an artist called Homegrown. You can get it on Spotify, so that will be able to be part of the playlist. But I was in Egypt back in 2000s. I had a Dutch friend out there. Who worked in a sort of bar that became a club in the evenings. And being Dutch, she brought over a load of cool sort of trip hoppy tunes from Amsterdam.
You're going to say something else there for a moment?
Not in Egypt. And she had these albums called Supper Club, which is a Dutch label, but it's actually based on a restaurant out there where they've got a dining area and a sort of club area, and they were releasing these double CDs, one's for the club and one's for the sort of the cafe bar bit. But Parchment Planet just has that. Yeah, it's the first beer of the evening. The barbecue's on. Everyone's sort of lounging around the beach. It's going to be a cool night, and it just smacks of cocktail hour. So yeah, I would check that one out. But yeah, I can hear where Stuart and Cy and Cath are coming from. But I've gone a bit off road. Parchment Planet by Homegrown for me. Check it out.
Excellent.
I think all of these songs you can probably have a spliff to.
Probably, yeah.
And have a merry
whatever
Christmas.
that might be. Yes, just getting down with the kids.
Right then, so I get the pleasure of selecting the next category, and this one I love. This is guilty pleasure, and you know what? You lot said, "Oh, I've been chipping and changing all my songs. I don't want to be boo boo hoo." I was just like, "Nope, I've got it. I know where I go. I know where."
Really?
I'm banging there. No messing about.
So can I clarify? Is guilty pleasure a song, an album, or an artist?
I think it could be anything you want.
Any of them.
Well, I'll put it as a song, but you know, it's, however you want to go with it.
Okay,
but it's a song because it'd be easy to put on Spotify.
Yeah. True.
So, right. So we're gonna go with Cy. What's your guilty pleasure, mate?
Well, my guilty pleasure is a very, very new guilty pleasure, and it's Miley Cyrus.
Is it?
Cool.
Wow.
Guilty pleasure.
Wow.
Nice. I mean, she's an artist that sold millions of singles and albums and is very mainstream. However, she did suffer from a condition called Rehnke's edema, which basically affects the vocal cord. And in 2019, she had an operation to cure it, but it resulted in a massive change in her voice tone and style. And her voice has become really low, really raspy. It's almost like another singer from the 60s and 70s, but I can't think of who that singer is. Yeah. But when you hear it, you go, oh, yeah, that's so-and-so. And probably people will post in the comments, oh, you idiot, that's so-and-so.
Right.
And it's this version of Miley Cyrus that I really do enjoy. And the guilty pleasure hit me not on one of her singles or albums, but she did a duet with Elton John on his Lockdown Sessions album. And it's this song I'm going to be choosing, and it's a cover of Metallica's "Nothing Else Matters."
Okay.
Wow, okay.
Was it? No, it was Lady Gaga that performed Metallica, wasn't it? Not Miley Cyrus.
Yeah.
Interesting. I have to say, as much as Miley Cyrus is sort of criticized for several things, I think she knows exactly what she's doing. And I think she followed the Madonna blueprint in a way and gone, if I can shock people, I'm going to make a fucking fortune out of it. And she was also in an episode of Black Mirror as well, if I remember.
She certainly was, yeah.
And I didn't think she was too bad at acting either.
Well,
so
yeah, she was pretty good.
She started as an actress.
She did.
Oh yes, because she was
Hannah
Montana. That was it.
That
yeah.
was it,
Yeah. So yeah. Oh, fair, cool.
Cool.
Haven't rolled about laughing. Someone's going to roll about laughing at some point, but yeah, Miley Cyrus, fine.
Okay.
Let's what's yours? What's yours?
So I struggled with this,
right?
Because I just couldn't think of anything that I would consider a guilty pleasure. And I was looking back, like just looking at all the things I've listened to on Spotify.
It's just too cool.
I just like everything.
Just pick an Iron Maiden song, you'll be fine.
Well, Iron Maiden are cool. And I guess, I mean, the one that I picked might not necessarily be considered a guilty pleasure, but I think they're sort of weirdos and sellouts and more commercial than I tend to listen to.
Right.
And they're certainly frowned upon in my family anyway.
Right.
So they're
interesting.
a bunch of 50-something rockers who think they're teenagers, and it's not Green Day.
It's Green Day.
It's the other one. It's Foo Fighters.
Hey! Which one?
I think probably the more recent ones, I would say, more guilty pleasure than the earlier ones, because I think the earlier ones, at least it was kind of new and they were young enough to kind of get away with, I mean, they weren't singing about weird teenage things when they first got together, but the older they get, the younger the songs seem to get.
Oh, I don't mind it.
And I think some of the recent ones are quite catchy. So yeah, I guess for me, that's my guilty pleasure.
Is there a particular song of interest so easy to put on the playlist?
Stacked Actors.
There you go. That'll do.
Stacked Actors. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I don't mind the Foo Fighters. They are sort of, they're about as mainstream as it gets, aren't they, for rock?
Yeah.
But yeah, Dave Grohl's just such a nice guy. It's like annoying, isn't it?
He is, Dave Grohl is a nice guy, and he's like just a really amazingly talented as well. Like, I mean, you can't, even though he's a bit of a weird person.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's so talented.
Okay.
And I think he writes some brilliant songs that I can't help but enjoy.
Fair enough. Foo Fighters. Okay. All right. So I made a couple of choices. I had a particular track.
Okay.
Of a particular band. Now I don't like all their stuff, but I also I picked a whole album as well. So if I was going to go for No, God, not as bad as that. If I was going to go for a guilty pleasure album, I was going to go for Madonna, Ray of Light. That was the one where she sort of reinvented herself with William Moore bit, and
that was all right. That one,
I quite liked that album. I thought, oh, okay, I can actually get into Madonna now. So, and then she swerved off after that, but. What I've plumbed for, so I was listening back to a load of old 80s stuff from my childhood today, and I thought, shall I pick this? Shall I pick that? And then I came across
I can't wait.
Duran.
Oh my God. I would not have picked that one.
No. So
which track?
I went for Hungry Like the Wolf because I was trying to...
Excellent choice.
I was trying to look around. So what I always liked about Duran Duran was the way that he double-tracked his vocals that just made it very unique sounding.
Okay, I've no idea what that means.
So basically you record your vocals twice and he's sort of harmonising with himself.
It's like a chorus.
Right, thank you. Yeah.
But yeah, I just always thought that they had I went through. Do you remember the Reflex? I think I might have. I might have taped that off of Top of the Pops. Yeah. I went through Wild Boys. God. Rio. But I settled on Hungry Like the Wolf. Yeah, all the hits. So yeah, I think if that came on, I would. I would bust some moves to.
I never liked Duran Duran. I always had a problem with Simon Le Bon. To me, he's borderline.
It's a complete wanker.
Oasis singer, he's just an arse, really. But it's what it is, and they've made some good pop songs. So.
Well, I'll also say when I went back and listened to it, because they were sort of a bit new wave music or whatever you'd call it, they were actually playing instruments, and some of it was actually quite good. Especially the drum and the bass player, they were doing stuff. So yeah, there we go. There's my guilty pleasure revealed.
Right. Now,
so back to Stu.
Yeah. So you may look at me differently from now on, but
okay.
I don't care.
Here we go.
I'm sticking by this gun, and this is one of the greatest pop songs ever created, crafted, not just created, crafted and handed from the heavens above,
right,
to us paupers down below.
Yeah.
Queen?
No, it's got to be "Wannabe" by Spice Girls.
No, God, no. Britney Spears, "Hit Me Baby One More Time." It's
a
fucking classic song.
Wow, okay.
It has everything. Everything what you've ever wanted in a song is right in there. You got the lovely piano riff. You got the fantastic vocals of Britney. You got the mid-late, which really brings it down and then brings it back up again. It's perfect. This song, though, has so many memories for me. So this is mine and my daughter's sing-song song. Every year, every new year, we bring this out. This is one of the few songs I actually know all the lyrics to, and I don't even need the words on the screen.
Yeah.
But I am going to read, so I prepared all facts, but I have to read this fact about this song. It is immense. Right, so when it was originally conceived, the writer on the song and the producer of the song, Max, was it Max and Rami, these guys? Anyway, they offered it to TLC, and TLC turned it down because they went, we don't like the lyric "hit me." That's a bit violent, isn't it? Like, you don't hit me. And it was all a misunderstanding because they meant hit me up as a call, because their English wasn't that good. That's what they thought. And then the other amazing fact, I'm sorry, this is brilliant. Simon Cowell really wanted it for his new band Five. And Britney got it first. So he basically offered them a £95,000 Mercedes to get the song. He obviously turned it down, and Britney got it. No way. But this song has everything I want a pop song to have. And to be fair, it doesn't matter whether you like it or not or anything like that. It's got start, middle, end, perfect middle eight, core. It's just brilliant. Everything about it is brilliant.
Girls dressed up as schoolgirls.
No, it's not like that at all. It's just
well, he does get away with it because he did mention his daughter. So it would have been different if daughter wasn't involved.
Oh, no.
Britney Spears,
absolute perfect song. So this playlist is going to be awesome so far. So anyway,
all right,
back over
cool.
to you.
All right, so category 3 was a song from the first album you bought. So I took this to be vinyl because I simply can't remember the first cassette tape that I actually bought. So I'll open up.
I just can't wait. Oh, God. Oh, me?
Okay. No, I'll open up on this one. Don't worry.
Yeah, please do.
So I think the first piece of vinyl that I ever bought was by Eddie Grant, Killer on the Rampage, released in 1982. And
I don't remember you buying that. That's certainly that wasn't what I was imagining.
Okay. Well, we've done with guilty pleasure, so let's not go back there. You can tell me offline afterwards. It was Killer on the Rampage, his 6th album, in fact, in 1982. He'd obviously got into the charts with Electric Avenue and
his other famous tracks.
The other famous tracks, which I was looking at earlier, War Party was one. And that was the track that I wanted to pick. But none of that album is really on Spotify. So I'm going to have to go with Electric Avenue. For that one,
I think that's a good pick.
So that's the track off the first album.
Cool
I know. Yeah, I think you can tell me the other side of that later.
But the less cool kid.
Yeah.
That'd be the outtakes.
Exactly. Let's go straight back to Stu for the song from your first album you bought.
Right, my first album. I was in 1983. I had my £3 and I took it to W.H. Smith.
Yeah.
I got my cassette tape of ELO Discovery. Oh
wow,
God, I love this album so much. And the track I'm picking off this album is classic track after classic track in my eyes. It's one of those albums where every track is fantastic. Can't really fault it. But the one that really stands out, or the one I thought would have more impact on the playlist, and that is Last Train to London. That bass line. Now, Robbie, you're a bass player, aren't you?
Or I'd heard that rumor.
Yeah. Have you ever tried to play that, or how complicated?
No, I'll be checking it on the playlist, but I've not heard it.
You've never heard this song?
I don't think so.
Oh mate, you're in for a treat. And it's got pop, it's got disco, it's got rock, it's got everything. It's absolutely fantastic.
Okay.
We'll ignore the Atomic Kitten cover they did in 2002. That didn't happen. Okay, did not happen.
Okay.
Ignore all that. But now this song has got everything. It's so funky. It's so good.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah.
Cool.
That's my pick.
Have a good choice.
Nice. Well, let's go over to Cath now. What's
God.
your song from the first album you bought? Oh, good. This could be good.
No, well, actually, I couldn't think of what the first album I bought was. So I've been really racking my brain and I can't. And I think the reason is that you and our younger sister were both seriously into music. I mean, we're all seriously into music, but you guys were the ones who kind of bought the albums and stuff.
Right.
And I just enjoyed the albums that you bought.
Okay.
So I don't remember what the first album was that I bought. And really the earliest I can remember was probably when I was about 14 years old, and I bought a Susie and the Banshees album on cassette. And I don't know if that was the first one, but I remember buying that particular album.
Yeah.
Which was Once Upon a Time.
Yeah.
And I think maybe Israel or Happy House or something like that.
Oh yeah, Israel.
With one of the tracks.
Yeah. I'll just look that up while we're talking.
But yes, I very much enjoyed the album. And yeah, I think I loved Susie and the Banshees, and our mum had quite a few of her albums anyway, but I wanted to listen to more of her albums, so I went out and bought one.
I think I remember that song as well. It was one that was getting played in the house anyway, so you must have popped down to either WH Smith's or Our Price, and saved up your pennies and bought there. Amazing! Wow, cool. Well, good selection so far. So, Si, to finish off this one, let's hear from your first album.
So, the first album that I actually remember buying for myself, I had plenty of albums bought for me prior to this, but the one I actually remember buying myself was Aerosmith's "Get a Grip."
Okay.
When I was about 13 or 14.
Yeah.
And the first single off the album, Living on the Edge, was what piqued my interest in Aerosmith. I was just finding my way into rock music at that point. But what followed on MTV Europe, when MTV was actually a music station, was Crying, which introduced us all to Alicia Silverstone. And
that's a terrible track.
Yeah. It's a terrible track, but as a 13, 14-year-old boy at the time, I was very much sold on the band.
You were 14 when they released Get a Grip?
Yeah.
You youngster. God damn. Wow.
Amazing is the song I'm actually going to choose. And while it was the album's fifth single, it was the second Alicia video. I really personally underappreciated it at the time. When all I really wanted to do was like riffs and to rock out. Although that did change slightly when the video for Crazy was released and Alicia was joined by Liv Tyler.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right. As I have got older, though, I appreciate the song so much more. The lyrics are just brilliant about hitting rock bottom and scraping your way back to the top. The orchestral sections complement Joe Perry's guitar section. I'm not going to say solos. Because he's literally just wheedling away through that song.
Wow. I can't believe the first album you bought was like 93.
Yeah, I know, but it's the first album I bought. I mean, I had plenty of albums for me, but I don't think that fitted into the category, because otherwise we would have been throwing Shaking Stevens onto the place.
Oh, God.
But yeah, Steven Tyler is literally just being Steven Tyler throughout the entire album, and especially on this song. So amazing by Aerosmith.
Can we have a quick little bonus? It doesn't have to go on the playlist or anything like that. Quick little bonus thing. Can you remember the first single you ever bought, Robbie?
Oh,
you bought with your own money. This is a bonus thing. It's not.
So I know that some of them are in the house at the moment because they have just been stored away at my parents' house for years. So it could be Sly and Robbie. It could have been Mars. Pump Up the Volume. I'm sure I had the Mel and Kim album at one point as well.
You did, yeah.
Yeah, Cath. Yeah,
no. What was the first single you bought?
First single,
the one, just the one. There's only one choice. It's the first one you bought.
It's got to. Yeah, I couldn't say what the thing. It'd be something along the lines of "Pump Up the Volume" or something like that.
Sorry, do you know?
I would probably, with my hard-earned pocket money into Our Price, would probably have been something like International Rescue by We've Got a Fuzz Box and We're Going to Use It.
Listen, Our Price had closed by the time you started buying records, young fella. I remember the days.
I bet you, Cath.
Isn't EP considered a single?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in that case, the first one I recall buying was a single called Spiral Scratch by Buzzcocks, and it was their first single.
Wow.
Nice.
And it's bloody brilliant, and I still love it.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow. Go on, Stu.
Yeah, mine was in during the Blockheads. They hit me with the
okay.
And I remember actually going behind it, but my parents would not let me listen to the B-side because the B-side was called Everybody's a Bastard or something like that. They were bastard, and they would not let me listen to it. And I remember they went out and I snuck it on and they go,
oh yes. Wow. All right, so that's that category. Back to you, Stu.
Right then. So another one is the song everybody should listen to at least once. So the one that you think is
that is tough.
You love that song and you think the world should hear it. If it's just once.
I've changed my mind so much. Like it took me. I'm still struggling with this.
Kath, it's your lucky day because we're going to you first.
Okay. Well, I mean, I've
locked in now. You can't change your mind. Locked in.
And I was sort of thinking about modern songs that I thought were great that other people should enjoy. But then I was kind of thinking, actually, no, I think maybe the older ones are more important because I think kids nowadays, you know, they don't listen to the old stuff that influenced the bands that us four enjoy. So I kind of started thinking about, okay, so what songs did I really enjoy that my parents introduced me to when I was a kid? And I was thinking about maybe Jimi Hendrix. I was thinking about maybe even Cream.
Oh yeah.
But then I chose a song by Led Zeppelin because I think Led Zeppelin are brilliant, and it's a song that's actually been sort of redone on a movie soundtrack recently, and that's the Immigrant Song, which was on Thor Ragnarok. Although it wasn't, I don't think it was Led Zeppelin's recording. It's basically a cover of it, but it's still got all the sort of the energy, and it gives me a little tingle on my back when I hear it.
Wow.
But yeah, it's a brilliant song, and I think it's very important to listen to bands like Led Zeppelin and Cream and Hendrix and get a good grounding in decent rock music.
Yeah, good.
Before you listen to Britney Spears.
Whoa.
Yeah, low blow.
I'll edit your ass out of this podcast.
Quiz.
Go on then, sorry. Let's hear your nuggets.
Well, I'm kind of against a little bit of your description of the category in that it's a song that you love. Because it's not technically a song that I love. And it's Let Us Die by King Princess.
Right.
Now, King Princess, I don't think they're that well known, or she's not that well known. It's basically a project of Michaela Strauss, and she's a singer / songwriter / producer from New York. She released a second album in 2022, and Let Us Die was the last track on that album. Rolling Stone called the song the banger of the year. I don't know why. Obviously,
Rolling Stone are full of shit anyway.
The song is co-produced by Mark Ronson, and you can tell he's got his hands all over it.
Right.
Okay.
And it's basically a song about someone who feels trapped in a relationship despite also wanting to make it work, with the chorus suggesting that the only way to truly love the person is to let them go. There's a great technique in the mix in that all the verses are in mono and the choruses are in stereo, which makes it hit really, really well. However, none of this is the reason why everyone should listen to this song at least once.
Right.
The drums.
So what is then?
What is the drums on this are not only played by the late Taylor Hawkins, but the song was wrapped up on March 22nd, 2022. That hadn't yet come out.
Oh, right.
3 days later, Taylor tragically passed away, making this his last ever recording session he participated in.
Right.
So I think it'd be a hell of a shame for people not to appreciate how good a drummer he is, and hear his last recording because it's not a Foo Fighters song or a Foo Fighters album. And if you're in any doubt as how great he is, wait till you get to after the vocal talky part around 2:30 on this song. And you literally get 90 seconds drumming lesson from one of the greatest drummers. And the feels that he puts into this song are out of this world.
Okay.
So that's my pick.
I look forward to checking that one out.
Go on then, Robbie. What you got?
So I've gotten slightly different. Unlike Cath going way back to the past, I've gone a bit more modern. But I also haven't picked something that, you know, is like my favorite track. I just think it's so different that I think people ought to have a listen to it and go, oh yeah, that's a completely different thing. So I've gone for a track called Othan by a group called Heilung.
Oh, brilliant choice.
Yeah. So Heilung are a three-piece group from, I believe, Germany, Norway, and Denmark, or it's Germany and 2 Scandinavian countries. And they basically do amplified history. So they take sort of old Nordic poems and set them to sort of modern music, but a lot of the pace of it, they've tried to go with like the heartbeat pace. So, and that sort of creates something quite odd. And this particular track, Othan, really showcases the female singer, Maria Franz.
Oh, they are brilliant.
Yeah, and she's got a real she's got a beautiful voice, but she can sort of put that sort of vocal rip in as well. And it does make the hairs on the back of my neck stand up when she sort of goes for it. Yeah, and it's a totally different. I've seen them live, and it's not so much a gig as a sort of being part of a ritual. You sort of come out a little bit like, okay, that was right, and they take it really seriously as well. It's all like proper bones on stage and stuff. I think one of their instruments is a drum with a human bone or something that apparently is quite difficult to get through customs. But yes, they're very different.
You sure you've not been indoctrinated into a cult there, Rob?
It was actually my dad that came across them first. And, he's always on the lookout for, look at this, isn't it different?
Yeah.
And then I sort of got into them and was like, yeah, actually, it's weird. And it's because of the pace of it being to do with the human heartbeat. It sort of taps into something that you don't get from most music, and you sort of find yourself being carried away by a little bit. So, yeah, I've gone for Heilung Othan, but you can enjoy on Spotify playlists.
Well, another interesting fact about Heilung, for any gamers out there, is that they provide the music to Hellblade 2. Because Hellblade is, a very interesting game. It's, a narrative about, I think it's a Viking girl who has some mental health issues going on. I think she hears her own voice. She's a bit sort of, quite different. And yet they provide the music, and I think it's really apt because it is quite sort of trancey and primeval and tribal. It's amazing, and I think that's a great choice.
Cool.
There you go.
Right, I'm going to go for the most modern song we could
actually
have.
It was recorded yesterday.
About less than a year ago.
Your song.
No.
Everyone needs to hear this.
Well, it's a relatively new artist. I mean, he's been around a while, but he had a record contract for a while, but then he was dropped from the label because of ill health. His name is Ren. Have you heard of Ren?
No, I have not.
Right, he's a rapper from South Wales or Wales.
Okay.
I'm not too sure where about Wales, but he lives in Canada now. He's got lots of health issues. He was first diagnosed with misdiagnosed, depression, bipolar, chronic fatigue syndrome, and then later they actually found out it was Lyme disease. So before they actually got to this, by the way, this all connects to the song. Yeah. But before they actually got to what was wrong with him, he spent about 8 years in this mental hellhole not knowing anything, all that. But like, he's so talented. Like he lives in Brighton, and he does a lot of busking, and that's how he basically built up his career and stuff like that.
Okay.
Right. He's 33, so I'd say he's quite old, really, but it's got a very modern.
Easy now.
No. For the kind of music, and before Cath starts attacking him for making music for teenagers. But his lyrical delivery is phenomenal. Now, the track I've picked is called High Ren, and if you only ever listen to one track of his, actually watch the video. I mean, listen to the song, but the video is just him sitting in a room with a medical gown on in a wheelchair. He's not in a wheelchair normally, by the way. And he plays a guitar. And when you first hear it, you're going, that guitar looks a bit rough. And then he starts doing something with his voice, and you're instantly going, oh my good God, what the fuck is he doing? That's awful.
Okay.
But then when you get past that, you realize why he's done it. And the whole song it's a fantastic story of of him, but two of him in his head arguing with each other. And many artists have done this in the past. And also he refers to that in his lyrics, and he's sort of taking the piss a little bit. But when you listen to it, you're just going, this isn't fun. When he released it, it got 6.8 million views in 2 months on YouTube.
Wow.
This guy also, I don't know, in the last few weeks or recently, I can't remember when, he released his album and it beat Rick Astley's album, and Ren doesn't even have a record contract.
Good on him.
He basically did it all himself.
Yeah.
Well, obviously he had help, of course, but no major A&R company or whatever. Not like Rick Astley's got.
Yeah,
and he's done it, and it proves that you can do it. It's hard, but you can from the ground up build something and get an audience that way. Honestly,
cool.
Never heard it. You've got to listen to it. This is a must-listen track. It really is. It's incredible.
All right. Okay. Wow. Great. Okay. So that is round 4 done. A song everyone should listen to at least once. Yeah. And now we come to the grand finale of this Christmas special podcast. The special question: what is your favorite Christmas song? So let's go back to Sai. Come on, Sai, give us a Christmas song.
Okay, so I absolutely hate fucking Christmas songs. The one thing I think is key to a Christmas song, though, is it's got to have a sing-along aspect.
Right.
And it's got to have some sort of Christmas effect.
Okay.
So I initially thought that maybe my choice would be Christmas Time, Don't Let the Bells End by The Darkness. Because it's got a bit of a sing-along chorus, and it's got a
but it's a darkness.
The darkness. Stand down, Cath.
But to be honest, though, Cath, any
viral weapons, Cath.
Any Christmas track that sneaks in Bell End into the song deserves some credit. But then I thought, no, I'm not going to. Then I thought maybe
you pick something better.
I picked something better than this. I thought about having The Seasons Upon Us by the Dropkick Murphys.
Okay.
Because it does sum up the feeling of Christmas for a lot of people. It's got a great drunken...
disappointment and arguments.
Yes, that's pretty much Christmas. It has a great drunken Irish sing-along aspect to it, as well as jingly bell effects.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it came to me. What is the one thing that you think of? Or more accurately, who is the one person you think of for Christmas?
Santa
Yourself.
Claus.
No, you're old man.
Mariah Carey.
No, it's
the
bombastic Shaggy. Not only does he have a Christmas song, he has a whole Christmas album. About Christmas. But the standout track is, wait for this, Jamaican Drummer Boy, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's Shaggy singing about life in Jamaica whilst borrowing elements of the classic Bing Crosby and David Bowie Christmas hit.
Well,
a typical Shaggy backing track highlights such lyrics as "Christmas in the Island Breeze," "Rum bum 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 bum."
Wow,
it's going to be brilliant. The worst thing I've ever heard.
I've got to listen to this album right away after we finish recording. That album's going on. That sounds amazing. Gets better
because, keeping in the spirit of Christmas, Shaggy refers to Mr. Bombastic and sings about, well, I'll let you decide with these lyrics. If you've never been, you're going to be there long. Come on, get your sugar cane for Mr. Lovermon. Treat you like a honey, sorry, in a jum. Jamaican eggnog is like heaven to your tongue. Underneath the mistletoe, come on, give me some. There's my pick.
I'm really against people making Christmas sexy. No.
Apart from Mariah Carey, of course.
Wow.
No, Christmas is not sexy time. Christmas is wholesome family time.
Yeah.
The streams should not be crossed.
And also,
the streams have been crossed.
Christmas is also about having fun at the same time. And that's ridiculously fun. That sounds.
It is ridiculously fun.
Yeah.
Rum bum 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 bum.
Rum bum bum bum.
Well, I think I've heard enough about that. Thank you. So I'm going to go over to Cath now, please.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I also thought, what says Christmas to me? I also despise Christmas songs. You hear them, just the same shit every fucking year. And it does not make me feel festive. It makes me feel angry, and I don't want to hear them. So I hate traditional.
You lock
Christmas
yourself away.
songs. I put headphones on if I have to go to the shop, because then also you got Whamageddon as well.
Yeah.
That you're forced to go Christmas shopping and have that just shit inflicted upon you. So I was thinking, okay, maybe something, I don't know, someone, everyone's favourite TV uncle Jimmy Savile released a Christmas song called Jingle Jangle Jewelry. But that's not the one I'm going with.
Oh, thank fuck for that.
Wow. So for me, I like sort of, I guess I like to think of it's kind of alternative, although really it isn't. It's traditional. And it's how Christmas songs used to be when they were good before the 70s and the 80s and stuff happened.
What was wrong with the 70s?
Oh, the Christmas songs were just shit. They were just so shit.
Right.
And I think maybe they would be less shit if we didn't have to hear them every fucking year. But I like to hear the ones that we don't get to hear that often. So the one I've picked is also Little Drummer Boy, but it's by Bing Crosby.
Ah, okay. Not gone for the Christopher Lee version then.
Well, I was tempted, but I think there's something about those sort of old-fashioned songs that I really love, and they definitely say Christmas to me way more than the normal stuff that we have to listen to.
Yeah, I think you might be right. That sort of 50s and 60s.
Exactly.
Yeah. Or 40s and 50s even, maybe.
Just anything pre-70s.
Okay.
So angry, Cath.
Well, we've gone from one extreme to the other. Stuart, help us out here.
Right, this is the only one where I mean, I'm not really into Christmas songs, to be fair. I do find them a little bit corny. However, I do also like the nostalgia of them, and I do get all the warm, fizzy feeling of Christmas and all that. And this is probably the only one where I had of 3 or 4, and then I was just like bumming around. But the one I've picked is Bing Crosby, Right Christmas.
Oh, fantastic.
Now,
great choice.
Wow.
You cannot get more Christmassy than that song. It was, I was doing some research into it as well. So, made in 1942. That's how old. Is that okay with Cath? Is that old enough for you?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Okay, that's good. Got Cath's seal of approval right there.
No, it's pre-70s. You can pick anything you like.
Made for a film where Cosby was singing in it about a New Yorker who's stranded in California over Christmas. Best-selling single, estimated over 50 million physical copies worldwide. Best-selling single ever, by the way. That's ever. And it is the best feel-good Christmas song, full stop. That's it. Done.
I don't disagree.
Wow. There we go. See, easy.
Wow.
I mean, it's not often I agree with you, Stu. but
I think
on this occasion.
Maybe more often.
I'm amazed Bing Crosby's made the grade twice. Yeah. Well, so I've gone slightly differently. Simply because
don't say Wham.
No. Every time someone says about a Christmas song, there's a particular lyric that pops into my head. So I've chosen "Dead Christmas" by the band Monster Magnet.
Oh, fantastic!
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'll give you my 2 favorite lines from it. The Christmas related bit. The lines are: "I said fuck you on Christmas, and then they put me to bed, and I'm never going to tell you why." And it's got a wonderful 60s Hammond organ in it, and it's just a funky song. It's not too heavy. Yeah, and it fades out at the end, so that could go quite nice. I don't know how we're going to structure these.
Don't we dislike songs that do that?
No.
I think we were sort of frowning upon them in the Tina Turner podcast. Yeah, songs that fade out.
Well, some
that was me.
We poured scorn on
that was me. That was me.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't think a song needs to fade out, but that was me.
Yeah. For those that don't know Monster Magnet, of course, any Deadpool fans may remember the character Negasonic Teenage Warhead, which was specifically put into the film because it was the song title of a Monster Magnet song, and they were very, very pleased with that. So, yeah, I'm going for "Dead Christmas" by Monster Magnet.
Excellent
for
choice.
All your joyous Christmas time present wrapping.
Right there.
Get your groove on. So back to our illustrious hosts for the wrap up. That's it. That's the Christmas podcast.
And yes, that is indeed the end of our show. That leaves just our playlist title, and then we thought of a nice little catchy one, and it is the Album Armageddon Holiday Special. You can find all of the tracks that we have discussed on this episode right there for all your rapping needs. And that could be found on Spotify by searching for Album Armageddon Holiday Special, or alternatively searching for the Album Armageddon profile, where you'll find this bonus playlist as well as all our other playlists from our archive. And that just leaves us to wrap up a few things: presents, goodbyes, podcasts, and for you, the listener, to go onto our Facebook and Twitter and give the show a share to your own timelines. Vote on our artist selection poll on the Facebook group, because you will be making choices as to what artists we show in the new year. And leave those all-important 5-star reviews on your podcast platform of choice. And for us to wish you a very happy holidays and to say goodbye. So say goodbye, Stu.
Bye. Happy holidays, everybody.
Say goodbye, Cath.
Merry Christmas in my neck of the woods. Have a wonderful Christmas, everybody.
Yeah, I'm all inclusive though, Cath. We've got to know that you're a bit grumpy and you don't care, so don't worry about it.
So I'm English rather than American. We called it Christmas. So
have
a great Christmas.
World. Happy Christmas. Happy everything world.
And say goodbye, Rob.
Merry Yuletide feastings, children.
Yay! And until next time, it's a goodbye from me. So see you all and have a great Christmas and a great New Year,
Christmas.
Guys.
Bye. Merry
Bye,
Christmas.
bye, 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 bye,
Happy holidays and all that lot. Bye.
And Happy New Year.